Welcome everybody, and we are ready for the last incredible round for the GT3 Season 4 here at Mount Panorama in Australia. One of the famous and infamous at the same time circuit, and one of the difficult of the incredible international GT challenge if we count the counterpart in the real racing. This track is very narrow, especially in the second sector. Here we are with Roel Ordeman in the difficult part of the track. Here we are with the S's, these S's that are the narrowest curve of all the championship. Very difficult to go here without going into the barrier. And after that, an incredible straight where you can push and go full throttle to have a good time here at Mount Panorama. As always, I'm Thomas Maffei and we are ready for 20 minutes of qualifying, and after the 20 minutes of qualifying we are ready for the race. I think we'll go to Lucas Matician as always, because he's every time is the first to exit from the pit and the first to set a time. Lucas with the Bentley is the champion of GT3 Season 4. And so we're very happy for him, because he's doing an incredible job with he did and he always do an incredible job with his car. And the result is very earned by him. Okay. So here we are. Here, good line for Lucas. Ooh, little touch with the wall. Need to stay away to the wall to avoid any damage to his car. Ooh. To the limit, drifting before the assist. What a lap time by Lucas. Ooh, what a control of the car. A little bit of understeer and oversteer with a little pendulum, but he controls it amazingly. What an incredible job. Lucas, that is one of the fastest of Racing League. It is always one of the best. Now leading the championship with 590 points. Will close in the first placement with, and after him there's only Michael Houtman with 395. Barry van der Linden with 384 and Richard Jeb with 359. So Lucas is pretty sure to win this incredible championship, and he set a time of 2:03.472. Great time at Ordeman, only 0.5 behind, although he's 1.5 behind. We're going with Jasper, the favorite car for me. Also because it's a Lamborghini, and I'm especially a great fan of Lamborghini. Only 14 car right now, and it's a little sad to see only this amount of car, because championship start with 30-40 drivers, and we're only 14th today. And also because these drivers, when there's more car, are always pretty interesting. But we wanna see where the driver can qualifying advance themselves. Jasper Holter that is closing with a time of 2:06.360. so he's 2.8 seconds behind Lucas. Mark Ruben that is in 13th place is only the one right now from a driver that not set a time, but he has a valid time, but there another driver very fast behind him, that is Ordelman, that is improving also, but we are not in the race, and also Mark Ruben is going to close his lap time, so it's mandatory. It's not mandatory by Mark to let him pass. Roald Ordeman so restart the lap with Lucas that close with a time of 2:03.235. So better time by 0.2 2 tenths better than his last time. Class Wester. Great time by the Dutch driver. 2:03.745. Great time, only 5 tenths of a second behind Lucas. And he can certainly improve with his Ferrari, with number 90. Great delivery also for the Dutch driver. Right now we have 5 Dutch driver into the top 5. After that we have Arman Petrovic from Latvia. Veldhuizen into the wall. After Veldhuizen we see Davide Russo that pass with the AKSP livery. So Ruben, that is Dutch. Kapovic, that is Croatian. Dudok, Dutch. Lawrence van der Water from Belgium. And Koen Manderweg from Netherlands. Not from Dutch, but from Netherlands. But is Dutch. The English language is very, very incredible. Because in Italian we call the Netherlands Olanda or Paesi Bassi, and we call the people of Netherlands Olandesi, and in English we call it Netherlands, the country, but Dutch, the people from Netherlands. So it's a pretty incredible situation, but it's part of the language. But what a time by Lucas Mathiesen with an incredible time of 2:08.20. He beat the 2:03 barrier, and so now he's the fastest in the track. Now he's into the pit lane because he knows he only needs to wait right now. But we're going inside with Class Wester. Watching him to try to beat the time of Lucas. We'll see if he can. Great control of the car, already 2 times faster than his last time. So he's doing a great job of control. The car a little wide there, he lost a little bit, but he's always improving. Great braking at the assist, a little bit wide control. What a control, because the rear loss was very difficult to control, but that control saved the lap, and also is 1 second, not 1 second, because the exit was not that good, but 6 tenths of a second faster than his time. Than his last time. If he closes like that, is a 2:03.1, but depends on the last 2 curve. Great enter of the curve and also great exit by Klaus Wester. Last curve for him. Great last curve. He will close with a time of 2:03.060. Great time, only 0.2 of a second behind Lucas. And he's doing a great job with Patrick van der Leyen improving and the setback. Third time, only 1 second behind with a time of 2:03.827. So great job by Patrick van der Leyen. Are we going to Kapovic that is improving also himself the time? And is here into the last curve. Improving almost by a second. Last curve for him. Not the best exit. 2:61.37 remaining 11th, but he improved a little bit, and we return to Paris van der Leyen because he's improving by a lot. This time now into the second sector. Very difficult track for him, but he's improving by 3/10 right now. Ooh, he lost the control going into two-wheel also. Jesper Olster lost the control there. So Patrick van der Leyen goes in a security spot for let the other car pass, but as we saw, now he's okay. Now we are with Petrovic for his time. He's there with the best time that he already did with a time of 2:04.3732. Only 8 millisecond faster than Ulster. But he's improving. He's improving by a little bit. And this can certainly become his fastest lap. Great job here at the S's. Decide to brake a lot. And here, not so good last part of the S's because he lost a lot. He braked too late. As it's part of racing. And so he's going into the grid straight after the start of the last sector. The start here, pre-curve before the finish. And he's doing a good job here, maintaining the improvement by 0.3, so 0.3 of a second faster. Last curve, great exit. He will close with a time of 2:04.210. So 5th place for the Latvian driver. Great job, great job. And he's improving again. He's improving again. But I think we'll go with Koen van der Wacht because the Dutch driver is improving by 2 seconds, but the time is not valid. But we know that he can improve, so we stay with him to see one of his lap. Maybe from the interior. Are we going to see what he can do? decide to stop because the lap wasn't that good. So we're going inside with another driver that is improving, that is Panorama. We only listen his engine. So this is a lap with Orleman. We're going Panorama. We're going to roll Orleman also. And we go outside to see his lap because he's improving by 6/10 of a second, 7/10 of a second. I need a great finish of S. Great finish for him, almost 1 second faster. He will try to beat the pole position time of Lucas. He can certainly. Did a great job. Now it's interesting because the first sector belonged to Orleman with a 38.820, with the second 56.347 by Lucas, and the third sector faster by 27.287 by Petrovic. So it's an interesting situation here. And the last curve for Roald Orleman. And we see what he can do with a time of 2:03.485. Great time for the Dutch driver. Doing a pretty good job, and now we go to Petrovic. Petrovic that is going to improve a lot into his first. Okay, I don't know why, but my microphone died for a moment. So sorry. Need to see if this thing again. Hopefully everything goes fine, but today I think my microphone has some problems. Hopefully everything goes well, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I hope that everything goes well, but I'm already prepared if something happen. Also in the comments, if you see that my microphone don't go and you don't listen my voice. Also advise and give me a warning through the chat, and I will understand as soon as I can why we have some problem. Also another driver that is new with gasolina without a time. Gasolina. Gasolina without a nation, so we don't know from where he's from. Davide Russo is the last driver, also with Petrovic behind him, that is going to improve the time. With Davide Russo, with not that best last corner, with a time of 2:04.992. But Petrovic can improve, and no, it doesn't improve. Petrovic doesn't improve. And so, first place for Lucas Matisian, second for Wester, and third for Alderman. Now a little bit of pause, and we are ready to watch this incredible race. So here we are for the formation lap of this incredible 1 hour race with a mandatory pit stop that is, as I say, mandatory to do in whichever part of the race you want. We are ready for this long formation lap with Lucas Mattijan, that is pressed by Klaus Wester. Betty did a great job into the qualifying session. We'll see if Wester can beat Lucas in this race, but everything can happen. Also, great job by Roald Olderman in 3rd place and Patrick van der Linden in 4th, followed by Petrovic with a great qualifying in 5th place. We have another problem with we had another problem with the microphone. Hopefully this is the last time. I hope this is the last time, but we don't know. Today is not a good day, at least for me, but the drivers they are going into double file, ready for the start of the race, and we'll see which one will win this incredible last round of the championship. Ready to do this incredible race at max speed. And so we are ready for this incredible race. Green flag in moments.
Green light, go, go, go.
And here we are, green flag, go, 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 with Lucas Mattijan stays ahead. Great start by Klaus Western, and also great start behind by Ordelman. The first curve goes well with no problem with anybody. And now they are in a incredible long line of car, with the first three that are Mattijan, Western and Ordelman, followed by Petrovic that pass Van der Linden, Van der Laan side by side for a moment. And what a pass also by Davide Russo, that is side by side with Lawrence van der Water, side by side again. Lawrence van der Water, great attack at the inside of the curve, an incredible crash with Mark Ruben, one of the driver involved in the crash. Want to see what happened there, because it's a pretty strange, it's a strange situation. Ooh, Mark Ruben goes wide and luckily for him, no other drivers goes into his car, but he only have that type of damage. Arman Petrovic lost the control, and Patrick van der Linden can't avoid him. So Patrick van der Linden and Dudok, also Dudok, the other driver for the same team, goes into Patrick van der Linden. Patrick van der Linden with an incredible damage. Attention, because Ruben is arriving, and so as we saw, is decided. Ooh, also Dudok that decided to go into the pit lane. What an incredible start of the race! What an incredible start of the race! And we go inside, well, we go outside of Jasper Ulster because they're very, very near. Ulster and Vanderwater. Ulster trying to attack from the outside of the last curve, side by side with Aston Martin going into inside to change. But great defense by Lawrence Vanderwater. Incredible defense by Lawrence here. Very, very good. Now Jasper that stays behind, take all the slipstream that he can from the Aston Martin, trying to pass from the outside of this curve. It's not easy, but he tries, goes a little bit wide, and so he need to up the throttle, and so stays behind with also Gasolina that is attacking Kapovic, the Russian driver, under attack. And everything can happen. Little bit lag there with Gasolina going into the wall for a moment. And as we saw, the situation pretty strange here. Okay, so we return for battle with Gasolina and Kapovic. We are very, very near for the 10th place. Kapovic and Gasolina that they're enjoying this battle. The Bentley that seemingly seem fast than the Lexus of Kapovic, but he doesn't find the right spot to attack. And so the only thing now is to wait for an attack of the adversaries and from the rivals. Gasolina, and we wait, and we're going also with another battle with Patrick van der Laan and Petrovic. Dudok is retiring when Van der Vaart goes into the pit. Patrick van der Linden is not retired. He goes into the pit lane for doing his pit stop and the mandatory pit stop, because as we already saw, he had a crash. So we're going to see the overtake from Gasolina because he passed Kapovic. So we're going to see what happened there with Gasolina taking the slipstream into the first big straight before the narrow part of the track goes into the inside, and Kapovic can't defend here, and so Gasolina with a great break stays also into the curb and pass in an incredible way. The Russian driver here, we see from the replay the loss of control by Petrovic with Patrick van der Laan that pass, and so Petrovic now has a lot of damage. He will probably return into the pit lane and repair the damage, but the situation is difficult for Arman Petrovic that had an incredible time for the qualifying, but here in the race will be very difficult to recover after this crash. Arman Petrovic that enter the pit lane right now. So we go with Lars van der Water. Stays behind not Russo, sorry. But yes, he's behind Russo. With so Lars van der Water, the Belgian driver, behind the Italian driver Davide Russo with his Mercedes. And it's an incredible battle right now with Coin van der Vactor that is between them. He need to leave a space for the Aston Martin. He did a great job there to leave as much space as he can. Great respect for the driver in battle. And so, Lars van der Water now again under the attack of the Mercedes of Davide Russo. We will try to pass him after this second sector, this incredible narrow section that is the nightmare of most drivers. But Lawrence going pretty well here with great line. Great braking here outside with an incredible acceleration. Attention to Jesper Olster also. Mercedes is very fast indeed into the first part of the track and also in the second part, in the third part of the track, because has a great acceleration and speed. So Lawrence stays behind right now, but he's there, and he's pressing Davide Russo to take the 6th place of the standings with a couple with an incredible crash. I think we see. I want to see what happened. Ooh, lost barrier, and another driver. It is Coin van der Vactor goes wide there. We return to Lawrence van der Water in battle with Davide Russo, because this is an incredible battle between these two for the 6th place, and they're doing a their job to improve. The timer, Lars van der Water goes into the wall. Lars van der Water goes into the wall. Great damage for the Belgian driver. Very, very unlucky situation for him. Very unlucky situation for the Belgian driver, but now he's not in the best shape. Also, Jesper Olser in the wall, and Lawrence van der Water followed him, and at the same time Davide Russo into the wall. This incredible trio decide to go into the wall exactly at the same time in a matter of a curve. Wow. We just were also that pass after a little crash into the barrier, and Davide Russo and van der Water against each other for 7th place right now with van der Water with a better situation of his car, because as we saw the front damage is not that much as Davide Russo, and so Lars van der Water pass easily in a confront to Davide Russo, that is also passed by Gasolina, but now is and Petrovic's great damage here. Want to see what's happened to the Latvian driver, but that's great damage. Was very he goes to the curb, and the car was uncontrollable, and it was an unsavable situation there with Davide Russo with an incredible damaged car here. But this very difficult to. We will see if he can recover or if he can't recover right now. With Alderman that stays behind Class Wester that with the time in the qualifying seemingly can stays very near Lucas Matician, but is in difficult right now. And Roald Ordeman can stay there with the other Dutch driver with the connection. And they're very near to, and we'll see if Roald can pass the class for the second place. But the situation is difficult for everybody. Especially for the driver that had a crash. And Gasolina that pass Lars van der Water into the straight. Because Lars van der Water had damage. Little bit of braking zone wide there for van der Water. But van der Water defend. The Gasolina defend in a great way and stays ahead with now Van der Water that is behind the Gasolina in 8th place and Gasolina in 7th place to try to arrive to Jasper Olster that is trying to stay away. And now we return to Ordelman that is okay. I don't know, this microphone probably need a substitute because it's going when you want, but as I want to say Ordelman is behind Wester and he's doing a great job into the first and the second and the third sector, but in the second sector Wester seem faster than Ordelman and is improving there. And that's why Orderman right now is in a difficult situation to try to at least approach the overtake to Wester. But the situation is not the best, at least right now, for Orderman. And I think he will need to study Wester for a lot before trying to overtake is a connectional driver. But we're going to see an inside lap with Lucas Matician. Great lap for Lucas Matician that is improving a lot, and now he set again the fastest lap with a 2:03.557, and so Lucas Matician that is clearly the fastest here in Mount Panorama. Now is 8 seconds ahead of Class Wester, and a difficult situation here is the penalty of Lucas that is 32nd. Is like the BOP, and is very difficult for Lucas right now to understand how much he can push, and also Class Wester that needs to recover, or at least arrive to the times of Lucas to not let him go and win the race without a fight. Because right now this is the situation for the man that stays behind in study class, again into the second sector, the S's. But as we see, we're doing a great job here. Improve a lap time. Try stay one against another. The vet is doing a great job. And stays there, stays there. Stays there behind him, studying. Only thing is to wait right now. And Lawrence van de Water, some damage for a Belgian driver. I don't know, we see what happened because of their... Ooh, Ulster and Van der Water with an incredible cut, and what an incredible avoid there for a wall. Both of them goes into the pit, trying to repair the car and restart as soon as we can after the mechanics do their job. Maybe we go inside Roald Alderman to this incredible battle, to this good, oh, even better than good, this great driver that we're doing an incredible battle in distance, because they're studying themselves. Ooh, here, great risk for Roald going into the barrier, but great recover. It's not easy. It's not an easy situation for both. Everything they can do is to wait, to study. And try to set the best time as you can, but now Roald lost a little bit, 4/10 of seconds against Wester, that he's improved his fastest time with a 2:04.355. Lucas that is going into the 2:03 high time, so he's doing a great job. That's the fastest time as he can. But very difficult to understand where the race will go. because with a lot of crashes and not so many cars, the situation is pretty unclear into the standings, especially for Lucas and this penalty. Also, all the driver, not all the drivers, sorry, half of the driver already did the pit stop, the mandatory pit stop. So it's also a matter of time to understand where the race will go. With Olderman stays behind and try to understand the situation. Study Wester, but is I. Another time my microphone decide to die for a moment, but the situation, as we see from the standings, is pretty stable. The only thing that we can say is a little bit of story about this incredible circuit that the one of the 7 greatest part of the greatest circuit of the world, at least for me, is one of the greatest circuits in the world. Mount Panorama, situated in Valulu, one of cities in Australia. Have Bathurst 1000 motor race on October, and Bathurst 12-hour race with in February normally. That is in the Intercontinental GT Challenge. Track is a long street circuit, which is used as public road when there is no racing. So it's like Le Mans, the Nürburgring, and other tracks. So now we see also Roald Odeman behind one of the blue flag, that is probably Mark Ruben. Yeah, Mark Ruben leave a space for Roald. And the track is long, 6 kilometers, 6,230 kilometers, 30 meters, sorry, because it's 6 kilometers. And it's a pretty great circuit with an incredible different car that race here, with like the supercar, the Australian supercar, the GT3 and GT4 with the Intercontinental GT Challenge. And these tracks born in 1938, so is an incredible old track. And we also there's the S5000 S5000 Tasman Series that race here. So it's an incredible track that has a lot of story from all of kind of racing, notable races. Also, is one of the track that is used for the Australian Motorcycle Grand Prix. Is normally used for the 4-wheel, but it was used also for the 2-wheel, and it's scary with the 2-wheel. Imagine to go into the second sector with 2 wheels, so it's pretty difficult to or for me it's difficult to imagine also to go with a motorbike inside Bathurst, but there was some races with the motorbike here with Veldusen that goes into the pit lane, and doing so is one of the other driver that goes into the pit lane and doing his pit stop, his mandatory pit stop. There's also the ATCC Spring Rounds held here, and the Bathurst famous 12 hours that in 2003 and 2004 raced also the 24-hour Bathurst, so another incredible race held here at Bathurst. Unfortunately and unluckily, this is one of the dangerous track of all in the world, because 16 competitors have died during racing associated with Panorama, like the 1967 Danny Ulm, World Drivers Champion, who died after suffering a fatal heart attack while at the wheel of his car. And also there's that two spectators died here at Mount Panorama in 1955. One of the events struck by a crashing car. So it's a circuit that is dangerous, but as did in Nürburgring, where they did an incredible job to set the track in the best way as they can, and so now the track is safer than ever, but there's always some risk in racing, especially in difficult track like this, and also in Nürburgring or Nordschleife, and also in Le Mans that was held into the last weekend, and we saw an LMP2 that take out one of the Corvette that was second before that incredible crash. So it's the difficult part for the two different championship with the GT, with who have different categories inside the same championship. While the stays again behind Western study game, and it's from the start of the race that these two are near 14 laps studying each other, especially Ruel. That pass! Wester, what happened to Wester? Because I don't see, I lost for a moment what happened there. And I want to see what... Ooh, lost the rear, goes into a wall for a moment. And Ordelman pass for the position. And now I think it's time to going inside the car of Klaus Wester and to see this incredible battle from class view. From class point of view, a little bit wide there. Ordelman that is ahead of him. Wester, great exit with the speed of his Ferrari, trying to be inside. Ordelman defend well and stays ahead. Now a lap inside Wester behind Ordelman. As we saw, Wester pass comfort of Orderman, we receive well replay. Orderman goes a little bit wide there, and so Wester can pass again. Orderman drivers after half of the race have some problem, probably with the tire, probably with the concentration, but it's normal, can happen at this time of the race, because the situation is pretty difficult. We go inside right now with Ordelman. Okay, my microphone right now returned, returned to live, but we need to solve this problem. I need to solve this problem, but I don't know what can be. Wow, what a braking by Alderman, but what a move also by Wester. That retake his second place is an incredible battle here for the second place. That is incredible, enjoying, and the only thing that we can say is that they're doing their job in an incredible way. So this is an incredible battle between these two. And Ruel Alderman that is trying to stay put with his fellow rival. It's pretty difficult to stay behind inside of this part of. Okay, seem that microphone is okay, but as I say, you don't understand what I say at the time because the microphone doesn't go. So, as we saw, Wester now is behind Van der Leyen and Olderman after a crash into the barrier, and now he's behind. But there's another battle because there's Ruben and Kapovic against each other with the Gasolina that pass right now ahead of them, and his help Mark Ruben to arrive. Come from to Branko Kapovic. And Mark Ruben stays behind. Stays behind to study Branko when only 25 minutes remaining. Mark Ruben lost a little bit in confront of Branko Kapovic, but he's there to study him, trying to stay very, very near the Russian driver. He wants to battle for the place, for the top 10. And it's very difficult for Mark Ruben because Branko Kapovic is doing a great job to remain ahead of him and defend his position. Maybe we'll go with an inside lap. Yeah, we'll go with an inside lap with Patrick Van der Leyen. So this is a lap inside Patrick Van der Leyen that is doing an incredible, great job here. And also Gasolina with his Bentley #1 is doing a great job to stay ahead and closing with an incredible time. He's doing a very good job. Driver without no nation, because we don't know his nation. I think it's also Gasolina is not his real name, but he's doing a pretty good job to stay ahead of others. And with our first place, and as we saw, Elduisen is 30 seconds behind Gasolina. With the pit stop, maybe Gasolina can stay ahead also of Elduisen. We'll see. But it's there. He's there and he's doing a pretty good job. Now he's improving his time, 2:04.292. The last time also Patrick Van der Leen with his best, with 2:04.362. Mark Ruben again against Branko Kapovic, 0.3 behind the Croatian driver. Now he's trying to take the slipstream, but he's behind. He's behind, take the slipstream. He's two behind. It's two behind, not near the Russian driver. So you need to study to arrive as close as he can. And now he's very close, 0.2, but the straight is not so long. So return into the long straight. Trying to arrive into a position that can attack him. And he's there. He's always there. Very near, but not that near to attack him and have pressure him to an error or to an overtake. So he's behind Mark, starting him in, and Belduisen. Yellow flag for Elko. What happened to him? Ooh, lost of a rear. Lost of a rear, goes into the wall. With Western now that is behind him. And he will probably pass onto the side by side here, and pass. Pass very easily. Just behind, maybe we go with an inside lap. Yeah, we go with an inside lap with Petrovic to see his Mercedes. great lap with Petrovic that without the crash at the start of the race will stay ahead. But here the crashes are part of the race. And the important part of this incredible race is to not have crashes and avoid every crashes. And this is also the fun part. I don't know, guys, but this microphone, as you also see, probably is dying, and maybe it's time to substitute him. But I'm pretty sad because also this race with not so many cars is very difficult to commentate. But without the problem of this microphone will be more enjoyable also for me, because I need also to stay very stay warned if this microphone has problems. But as we see, Mark, Ruben and Kapovic continue to enjoy their race and have fun, and also doing a great job for the top 10 placement. Ordelman is 20 seconds behind Lucas, and he's probably waiting for him to go into the pit to follow him to the pit lane. But we'll see, because the fourth driver side had a very difficult strategy to understand. It was 7 minutes and a half remaining, and they're outside of the track. And Mark Ruben stays behind Ranko Kapovic. Ronaldo the 1 second, Luca Mattician is first. Want to see if Lucas will re-enter right now. Because if maybe it's the time to enter the pit. But we see, we see. We'll see, because everything is possible with Lucas, that is certain to win this incredible championship. And Ruwald with this result can take the second place. Maybe, no, it's not Urman, but it's Utman that is absent. Padre van der Linden, that is 14th place. Richard Jabs, maybe Lars van der Water will take the placement. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see, we'll see. We'll see after the race. Orderman continue. Van der Len, I think, will continue. Not. No. Van der Len goes into the pit. Gasolina will continue. Yeah, Gasolina continue. So, Gasolina for a moment will pass Patrick Van der Len, that is into the pit. Here you go with Ulster and Valdyson, because they are near each other. And so we see also the incredible car, incredible Lamborghini Sonic in this racing. Also Valdyson gold and black BMW M4. Very near, and Jasper Oster is arriving at full speed. Trying, he will try to pass him as soon as he can. But it goes a little bit wide there. They lost a little bit. Studying. Matischen enter the pit, so also Orderman will probably enter the pit. Is onto the pit. Orderman enter the pit. I don't know if Gasolina will enter the pit. We'll see. But also we need to see this incredible battle between these two. But will certainly be amazing. Between Jasper Olser and Valdyson. He's doing a pretty good job. Stay there with Orderman, but takes it first. Gasolina is into the pit. Matischen has it second. So Orderman take the lead with Padre Van der Len take the third place. Gasolina exiting right now. And he will stay fourth with Lars van der Water that is into the pit. So Kapovic, Ruben goes ahead with Ruben behind him right now. And he's into the slipstream. Studying him and warning him, because he's a bear. It's fair to try to attack. And he's trying here at the assist. But very no space. Also versus Jasper that is trying before the assist. Orban lost a little bit, but he's behind him. He's behind him. He can pass him. He's at 2 cents. You only need to go fast. But this car seemingly had more aerodynamic than Mark. And so stays behind him. Lawrence by the water into the wall. Mark wins behind, entering the last lap. With Tordelman first. And Matthiesen second. When Jasper is trying to pass but McLaren, over the McLaren, sorry, the BMW of Veldhuizen. Russo with a yellow flag for a moment, but it's okay, at least from the cameras. So Ulster again stays behind the Dyson. And he's near. I don't know if he can pass here, because it's very difficult. So he will wait. You need to take the slipstream at the last straight. With Ruard Ordeman that is going to close the lap for the win. Great win by Ruard Ordeman that managed the situation, and Lucas with the penalty can't beat him. Great job by Ruard Ordeman, taking the first place, followed by Lucas Matthiesen with an another incredible second place, and Patrick van der Len immediately behind. But there's Ruben trying to attack. Trying to attack Kapovic into the last curve. Going a little bit wide, Kapovic. But Mark Ruben stays behind. With Jasper Ulster that also wanted to pass Veldhuizen. The first four finish with Ordeman, Matthiesen, Van der Laan and Gasolina. Wester will finish in 5th place. But we'll see Jasper Ulster with an incredible braking. Stays behind. But it has a great exit with his Lamborghini. Brake incredibly hard. Try to pass him. He's go side by side, but the finish line is near. So this is the standings. Ordeman, Matthiesen, Gasolina, Wester. No, it's not Gasolina. Van der Laan. Gasolina, Wester, Veldhuizen, Ulster, Petrovic, Kapovic, Ruben, De Russo, Van der Water, Van der Vat and Van der Linden. That is the last driver. It is the last driver and retired after his incredible crash. So this is the last race of this incredible season. We will see each other into the next season 5, hopefully with a microphone. Sorry, the microphone decided that the last time won't to have problem, but we will see each other hopefully with a better microphone, and good night to everybody.